Hi guys and welcome back to Adam's Aquatics. Today's Tuesday, so we're here for another vlog style video. We're going through the ins and outs and what happens in the fish room this week. I can't really give you much enough of an update of what happened in the fish room this week because I wasn't really here. But I'm going to give you exactly what it looks like now and what happened during the week. So as some of you may know from my last video, I wasn't really here this week. So I was away from Monday to Friday last week. So I've been back for a couple of days now. And yeah, that's realistically it. So not a lot really happened. So we didn't do any DIY or anything in the fish room last week. But what we did do, we prepare the fish room, see the video on my channel, and we also, when we returned, we made sure that the fish were nice and healthy. So we'll just give you a quick update. The display tank's looking really good. I had a really good clean out on Saturday when I returned. So I scooped out all of the I cleaned all the sponge filters, and I know it doesn't look like it now, but I cleared all of the detritus and all the mold from the tank. So I've done that on all of my tanks this week. Everyone's fine. Everyone's really happy, really healthy. No losses, like I said in my previous video. And everybody's getting on great in this tank. This tank's really taken off, and it's really good. The plants are growing really well, and I'm really happy with it. So last Tuesday I told you that the Shelleys had fry. Unfortunately, whilst I was away, they have either eaten them or they've gone missing. So they might still be in there, but I personally think that they've been eaten. These two seem to be the pairing, and it's really, they seem to, yeah. So I'm just waiting again until they fry again, and they have fry in the tank, and I'm going to remove them. So I've been advised that the best way in order to raise the fry is to remove them the same way that I have done with my Pistigrammas. So I'm going to do the same thing with these guys and raise them artificially in the trays. I might have to do a different tray setup system because obviously this water is very different. This is the hard tap water compared to the RO water that I normally use. But I'm really happy with these guys. They are looking really healthy. They're really enjoying this tank a lot better, and I really love this tank now. And I really like the ferns at either end of the tank, so I'm going to get some more ferns for either end here just to cover up the filters, etc. And I'm really been happy with this tank, really happy. That pretty much sums up for the shell dwellers. This is week number 5 now for these guys, growing really well, really happy, really healthy. I'm going to be transporting them possibly to the breeder box soon. Again, no deaths whilst I was away, no dead bodies, I double checked. Full of mold, obviously, because, you know, they need a good scoop out, but I'm leaving it for now just to see how they get on. Again, really happy with these guys, really happy that they all survived whilst I was away. So we come over to see Apollo. Again, he's fine. He has been, that little lump that he had in his head a couple of weeks ago is gone. I think it might have just been a bit of sand. But yeah, again, really happy. I planted some fern in here as well, just because I thought it looked pretty good, and this was kind of lacking a little bit since the crypts all died back. But actually they came back through, so maybe it was a case of they were just dying back to regrow. Didn't really know. Stupidity made me I pulled them all up. It was a really stupid idea, but again, these guys have really been good and healthy. I think they had fry whilst I was away, which I'm a bit sad about. Because she was in really good breeding colour when I returned, but there was no fry. So either they're in the pot where she is, or they're gone. Again, that just happens. Really happy with these guys, as always have been with these guys. This tank, like I said, it's probably the most well established and the best tank in the fish room in terms of plants, in terms of balance. I'm really happy with it, and I have been since I set it up. If only I could get all tanks to be as well balanced as this tank, I'd be really happy. So we're over here looking at a breeder box that looks empty. Hera is in here, so I removed her from the tank as I stated in the previous video. She is in there, and Zeus, who's the male, is now establishing his territory in the tank whilst she's out. So some advice that I was given, because these two weren't really acclimatized very well to each other, was to remove her and then make sure he sets up his territory, give her 2 weeks away from the tank, and then reintroduce her afterwards. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to give him a couple of weeks to really put on some size. So we've been feeding him some bloodworms, as you can see here, and we're just going to give him some time to grow and settle into the tank, and see how he gets on. There he is back there. I don't know if you guys can see him, but he's quite small in comparison to her, and I think with a couple of weeks of good food and good clean water, and he'll put on some size really quickly. So whilst I was doing water changes the other day, my Pistigramma Master male Mars and my Master female Venus have laid eggs. They're under the pot where she is. I'm going to quickly show you, and then I'm going to quickly come back to me, because I don't want to shine the camera in the tank for too long because it spooks her and then she eats the egg. There she is down there, there he is there. So there is definitely eggs in there. I saw him fertilising them this morning. Really, really fantastic news. Looking forward to them hatching in the next 2 to 5 days, and then I'll be removing them as I have done already and putting them into the breeding trays. Really quite happy with these guys. Really happy with what's gone on whilst I've been away, because it just shows that you don't need to be interfering all the time in order to make progress. So again, really happy. Percy's up there in the back in his plant, as he always is, living nice and happily, and his girl's just down here again, still to be named. But yeah, they're settling in great. She's picking up a lot of size, and he's, as always, looking fantastic. No breeding action as of yet. He still is quite aggressive towards her, and I think he's going to be for the foreseeable future. Obviously, luckily enough, she's quite small enough in order to get away. But again, I'm really happy with these two, really happy with him. He's a great fish, and so she. She's starting to show some real good colour as well now. She's not just a boring brown fish, which hopefully you'll be able to see if she swims out from behind the Anubias. So yeah, she's starting to get nice and round and nice and full. Hopefully in the next few weeks we're going to keep feeding her nicely, give her some bloodworms every now and again. Just obviously put that high protein food inside her, and then hopefully we shall have some eggs eat our babies. Really pushing for this, really excited. Hopefully that we'll see some soon. So we're over here looking at Osiris. His female is in the pot. Again, more breeding action. These two, honestly, they're like clockwork. Every 2 weeks, fry. Really happy with them. I'll pull these ones because I've got space in the breeding trays now. Another really great fish. I'm really pleased with him, especially considering the fact he's the only one of the 4 which I bought from the breeder that survived. Again, he definitely was worth the money. If you get to see him, he really is a fantastic fish. And I'm really happy with the 2 of them as a pair. When he killed his first mate, I was a bit worried about him being a bit too aggressive, but with his now female, he is fine. She is strong enough to deal with him. And again, they've been fine. Really great pair, like I said, fantastic. So this is my Apistogramma Elizabethae red male. His name is Erebos, and his female Nix is also in here. They've settled in really nicely whilst I've been away. I'm always a bit concerned that brand new fish being left on their own after you've not been in here. But he's really settled in great, and he's a lot more active and a lot more lively since I've been back. I think because he's been given a lot of time in order to settle in whilst I've been away. He kind of has really settled in, and as you can see, he's in great condition. So that about sums it up for another week in the fish room. Like I said, I've been away for the week, but the guys have really survived quite well without me, and I'm really happy to see the progress when I've returned. What we're going to do in the fish room this week is obviously make a few more videos, make sure that we recover nicely, and I'll see you next time. So make sure you follow me on Instagram at adams.aquatics, like and subscribe on this video, leave a comment below, and I'll see you on Thursday for another video.